Listen, we have to be metacognitive now more than ever before. What I mean, simply, we have to think about what we're thinking about in a critical and in a creative way if we are going to win from within. Today, let's talk about what it takes to pass the test, why you must self assess to progress. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you, yes, you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is an honor that you have joined us today. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Come on, family. Do that real quickly. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Come on, I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. Share this with somebody. Be a digital disciple. Be an electronic evangelist. Your timeline can be someone's lifeline. I need you to share. I know you're here because you care, so I need you to share. Your timeline could literally be someone's lifeline. Family, we're getting ready to have a courageous conversation of illumination, but we got to pay that a digital light bill. Yeah, got to pay that digital light bill. How do we do that? By dropping an emoji. Don't you wish it was just that easy to pay a light bill? But it is that easy right here on In the Mix. Drop that emoji light bulb. Why? Because we're going to turn it all the way up. Turn it all the way up. We're going to brighten it up in here. We're too lit to quit because we are the light of the world. And here's the thing. We're getting ready to have this courageous conversation of illumination by spotlighting and highlighting today's topic, which is pass the test. Pass the test. Why you must self-assess to progress. And here's what I understand. Understand that oftentimes the teacher is most quietest during the test. Yeah, I'm not getting any results right now. Doesn't seem like it. Not hearing God even speak to me and talk to me. I don't even know what's going on. The noise of life has become so monstrous. A lot of chaos and toxicity. But I need to adjust my mentality and recognize that the teacher is always quietest during the test. And I have to move into a place to where I progress, where I develop who it is that I am, where I see the greatness that's on the inside of me, where I move my life from where it is that I am to where I can be. Passing the test. Because here's the thing. Life is going to test you. It will. It's going to test you to see, do you have that courage that you really boast about and say that you have? Do you really have the confidence that you boast about, that you think you have? Do you really have it? Life is going to test you. Here's the thing. People are going to test you. People are going to try to poke at you. People are going to try to find what is your kryptonite, what is your weakness. Can I get you to react? Come on, you got to recognize this. Listen, you are not an elevator. Why are you allowing people to push your buttons? It's never going to be to take you up. It's always going to be to reduce you. It's always going to be to bring you down. Got to get your mindset to another degree. Got to get your mindset to another level. Shifting your mentality and your mindset to go where you've never gone before, to do what you've never done before. Stop allowing people to push your buttons. People want a clown show. Don't you be the clown in the circus. People want a reaction. People want to test you. But here's what I understand. Whatever you don't change, you choose. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. If you're not changing your attitude to shift it into a place of gratitude, that means you really just want to have an attitude that's just really just mean and surly and nasty and negative and despondent. Whatever you don't change, you choose. You don't want to change your appetite for not just unhealthy foods, but for an unhealthy mentality and an unhealthy lifestyle. You choose that. It's easier said than done, but you got to do it. And the more that you do it, the easier it will become. But here's the thing. It does not happen without you self-assessing. Self-assessment also moves into a place of self-reflection. Dr. King said, one of the most painful things for people to do is to think. Why? Because it causes you to now mute the noise around you so that you can hear the voice within you. It causes you to now, here it is, shelter in place. For you to social distance from the world. For you to get away from everybody else. For you to actually take your mentality to another dimension, to another level, you have to get to a place of self-assessment. But self-assessing comes from self-reflecting. And here's the thing. Self-reflecting now moves you into a place of metacognitive development. When I'm metacognitive, here's what happens now. I begin to think about what it is that I'm thinking about. I become a critical thinker in a chaotic world. I'm thinking critically. I'm thinking creatively. Why? Because my passion, my purpose is to literally win from within. Quote says this. When you have peace from within, the enemy without cannot disturb the peace that's within you. When there is no enemy within, the enemy that's on the outside cannot destroy who it is that you are. And oftentimes is destroying us because the greatest enemy is oftentimes the inner me. We are our greatest threat. We are our biggest enemy rather than our best friend. Family, just type pass the test. Pass the test. Pass the test. The trying of your faith, the testing of your faith worketh patience. Patience, experience. Experience, hope. I got to be patient in the process so that I can experience the greater part of what life can offer me, the greater part of what God can guide me through and what he can give me and how he can bless me. The hope that I have to continue to hold on to. I got to hold on to the rope of hope and bounce back from the setback. See, many of us, our particular problem is, and we're talking today about passing the test, why you must self-assess to progress. You never get into your particular assignment until you do your self-assessment. I can't pass the test unless I have studied to show myself approved. Here's what I do. That's the self-assessment. I need to study what is going on within me. I need to study what are my patterns. I need to study what are my proclivities. I need to study what are my strengths, but also what are the weaknesses. I need to study what it is that causes me to get triggered. I need to study what are the particular things that are in my life that now move me into a place of choosing based on trauma. Yeah, making choices out of hurt. Making choices out of pain. Choosing to be negative and choosing to be despondent simply because I have not shifted my life into another direction. I cannot walk into my particular purpose in my assignment until I first self-assess. See, here's the thing. We want to look like we're doing the assignment. We want to look like we're completing the assignment. Look at my likes at this particular event. Look at my dress. Look at my shirt. Look at my skirt. Look at my shoes. Look at my clothes. Look at the earrings. Look at the purse. Look at the bag. Look at the car. Look at the man. Look at the woman. No, look at yourself. Look at me. I'm all around these people. But here's a question. Are you doing what God called you to do? Not what looks popular, not what looks purposeful. Not what's going to get all the aggrandizement and the applause and the likes and all these other specific things. But what is actually putting you in the sweet spot of the purpose that God has for your life? You got to pass the test. And here's the thing. A lot of us, we want to show up and say ta-da as if we'd never been through anything, as if we'd never run a race, as if life has always been peaches and cream, as if life has always been a bed of roses that I had to avoid the thorns. It doesn't happen that way. You got to not just go through, but you have to grow through what it is that you're going through. You got to run your race at your pace. You got to put in the sweat equity. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the hours of doing the mundane, the same thing over and over and again, and the consistency and the frequency of where it feels as if you're just treading water and you're not going anywhere. Do you have the wherewithal, and do you have the tenacity and the fortitude to say, I'm going to stick this out? I'm going to self-assess to progress. Because here's the question, beyond just knowing the assignment, what are you doing to complete the assignment? What are you doing to pass the test? Matter of fact, here's the question. Do you even know what your assignment is? What is it that you were called to do? Why? Because a job is what you're paid for, but your calling and your purpose is what you're made for. Here's the thing. The enemy knows what you're called to do. He just don't want you to do it. He just doesn't want you to know what to do. The enemy knows what you're called to do. He just doesn't want you to know what to do. And here's what he wants to do. He wants to distract you from it. What have you been called? What have you been created? What have you been crafted to do? Family, we're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Family, just type answer the call. Type answer the call. Having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Type answer the call. Answer the call, y'all. Answer the call. Conversation like this one right here is why you need to become a member of this channel. Come on, you watching In the Mix, but how you not a member of In the Mix? Let's do something about that. Let's change that up. 0 to 100 real quick, ASAP, like now. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to become a member of In the Mix. All you have to do is just click that button. Click that link. Tap that link. And as you do that, 3 options are going to pop up. VIP, royalty, OQP. You're a very important person with a very important purpose. Your royalty demands loyalty. OQP. Only quality people should be in your life. That's right. Choose that. Choose one of those particular 3. And my gift to you is to give you access to our members only area. Yeah, I am. Behind the scenes, footage and coverage and information. Behind the scenes. And here's the thing. That behind the scenes coverage, footage, and information of what it is that I'm giving you causes you to unlock the unlimited in your life. You're not going to get that information right here in this CSC, community service content area. You're not going to get it on my social media. You're only going to get it here. And that is by unlocking the information, unlocking our membership area. Membership has its privileges. Unlock the unlimited, get the exclusive access. Soar with us into our amazing Eagles community. Become an ultimate partner with me by being a member in our Eagles community. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. And I do that on a weekly basis on Zoom, where we have everybody zooming in and a part of it literally from locally, nationally, and globally around the country, around the world, with individuals who are all about improving their life. They're all about doing the self-assessment to progress in their life. You ought to join us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee that you're going to be transformed as you take flight, as you soar with us. Family, we got more on the way. Stick and stay. You're going to pass the test before it's all said and done. You are. Won't you stick and stay? More is on the way. After these messages, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Family, we are talking about passing the test. Why you must self-assess to progress. Here's the thing. The enemy knows what you're called to do. He just doesn't want you to know it. And he wants to distract you from completing it. The enemy's job is not to stop you. Here's what the enemy's job is. The enemy's job is to distract you. If I can get you out of alignment, if I can get you focused on them and not him, if I can get you trying to just chase gratification and chase likes and applause, you'll suffocate on the opinions of other individuals. If I can just get you to respond in a negative way, if I can get you to, render evil for evil, eye for eye, if I can get you to go 0 to 100 real quick and give people a piece of your mind, to only be left with just a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind, I've distracted you. And here it is. Distraction leads to destruction. Enemy know he can't stop you. He only wants to distract you so that you're not focused on your focus. I need you to hear me. It is time for you to get back in alignment with your divine assignment. If you've been thinking about teetering and wavering and being tossed to and fro, it's time to remain in alignment with your divine assignment. It's about more than likes. It's about you having self-love to shift to new levels. More than applause, it's about fulfilling your purpose and your cause. How do I know my assignment? How do I know that you know your assignment? What are the fruits of the assignment? Let's get into that a little bit. Jesus said in Luke that I must be about my Father's business. Nehemiah said, I'm doing a great work and I can't come down. Why should the work stop while I leave it to come down to you? You got to say, listen, I refuse to come down to you. You have to come up to my level. It's levels to this. I have to be in synchronicity with the call of what God has called me to do in my life. I have to be excavating. Here it is, the gifts that are in my life. I have to be discovering what those particular gifts are. And in order for me to discover what those particular gifts are, well, here's what I got to do. I got to try different things. And here's the thing. Many of us are afraid to try different things because we believe, oh, I'm going to fail. Not understanding that failure is oftentimes a step to success. And here's the thing. You never fail. You just get feedback. Too many of us are viewing it as failure rather than feedback. You never lose, you learn. Come on. Family, just type I'm a winner. Type I'm a winner, family. Type I'm a winner. Type I am a winner. That's what it is. Get into the particular place in my life to understand that there's levels of this. I don't fail. I just get feedback. I don't lose. I only learn. I got to try different things. I have to develop a fearless mentality. And hear me about being fearless. Fearless doesn't mean that you don't have any fear at all. It just means, here it is, break the word fear and less. It just means that you fear less than most. Most people are going to always talk themselves out of the opportunity. Most people are going to always talk themselves out of, oh, this won't work, that won't work, X, Y, Z. It's always been this way. It's going to always remain this way. No, I have to talk myself into my vision. I got to speak life over my life. I got to tell myself this will work. Why? Because I'm not just a conqueror, but I'm more than a conqueror. Robin Sharma, he talks about this, the 90-91 rule. And here it is. What is that 90-91 rule all about? For the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your day on the one single most important opportunity to move the needle forward in your industry. What's the one thing that you can do for the next 90 days, for the first 90 minutes of your day, to move the needle forward in your particular industry? What's the thing that you can do? What's going to shift the trajectory? Right? To where, here it is. I move into a place of consistency and I move into a place of frequency. I keep doing it over and over and over again. Come on, you can wake up some of the top singers at 3 a.m. in the morning. They can belt out some of the most beautiful tunes because they have trained their voice. You could pull Steph Curry into a gym at 5 a.m. in the morning, groggy, wiping his sleep out of his eyes, yawning, put a basketball in his hand, and he'd shoot the ball and score over and over and over again, all net, simply because he's trained to do it. What are you trained to do? What have you trained yourself to do? See, a lot of us, we've only trained ourselves to gossip. A lot of us, we've only trained ourselves to hate on people, hating on those who we should be learning from. A lot of us, we've only trained ourselves to think negative about ourselves and not to see the best and the greatness that is on the inside of us. A lot of us, we've only trained ourselves to just be a lurker, to just watch what everybody else is doing and to hate on them from the background. A lot of us, we've just been trained to just get research on everybody else. But what's the research that you have on yourself? What's the research and the self-assessment that you've done on you? Come on, have you created a self-assessment to say, listen, by this time next month, by this time next year, XYZ needs to happen. How do I need to do that, though? What do I need to become? Who do I need to become in order to achieve this goal? Heard somebody say goals are not just places. Goals are a particular person. You have to become something to achieve XYZ. What are you willing to become? Who are you willing to become? You do not change a habit based upon the power of 21 days. It does not just take 21 days to form a habit. What researchers say is that it takes 66 days because there's a power of something that's called neuroplasticity, which is the power of the brain to adapt when you reach a particular place. And in that 66 days, you reach a particular place called automaticity, to where it just becomes so automatic to you. You become so trained by it. You're moving into a place to where now, here it is, you're living on autopilot. You get to a point to where it's automatic. You don't feel right if you don't do X, Y, Z. Don't feel right if you don't get into your Bible, and if you don't pray, and if you don't work out, and if you don't eat the right foods, and if you don't have the type of courageous conversation, if you're not reading something that's going to move you into a place of leveling up. You have to get to a particular place in a particular point in your life where it's automatic, systematic, where your success and your creativity is heightened and it's on autopilot. Why? Because each and every single day, according to researchers, we spend 2.1 hours a day in distraction. We spend 2 hours a day being distracted. And here's what happens. Whenever it's time for you to refocus, it takes about another 21 minutes to refocus your focus after you've been distracted. So we're just wasting time upon time upon time, not getting anything done. Distraction leads to destruction. I have to put myself in a particular place of developing and moving into a particular opportunity of purpose-driven relationships. Many of us are not where we want to be and where we need to be simply because of the relationships that have offset the equilibrium in our life. It's put us off the goal. And here's what I understand. Intentionality is the key that unlocks the doors of opportunity. Some of us, we're so sensitive that we're not decisive. We're too into our feelings to fast forward into our future. We're so focused because we're comparing. And as a result, what we're not doing is we are not completing the assignment simply because we have not done the self-assessment. And here's what I understand. Your emotions cannot be trusted because emotions are not permanent. That's why they're called emotions. The word emotions comes from the word motion. It comes from the word movement. Emotions move. Emotions are up and down. Emotions go from one thing to the other. It goes from one particular continuum to the other. It changes. You happy at 3 p.m., you sad at 7 p.m. You want a honey bun at 12 p.m.? Well, I think I want some salmon at 8 p.m. One moment you're sad, the next moment you're happy. One particular moment, the morning is beautiful. Next particular moment, the morning is ugly or the evening is ugly. You cannot live from an emotional driven state. Why is that? Because unchecked emotions will wreck your life. It's not bad to have emotions. It's just bad when emotions become leaders, because emotions are bad leaders. I cannot be led by my emotions. I got to be led by my spirit. I got to be led by God's guidance, leading and governing, guiding and guarding my mind, my heart, my soul, and my spirit. I have to move into that particular place to where I don't acquiesce, but I self-assess to progress. It's time for you to pass the test. The enemy is throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you, and he expects you to fold. He expects you to flounder. He expects you to flinch. Pass the test. People are talking about you. Pass the test. You only are what you answer to. Pass the test. Stop giving up. Stop throwing in the towel. Pass the test. Stop crying and lying, talking yourself out of what it is that God wants you to step into, telling yourself, and woe is me, it's always going to be like this. I'm never going to get to the particular place, and XYZ is going to happen. Pass the test. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Get control of your mind. Get control of your life. Pass the test. Self-reflect. Self-assess. I guarantee that you're going to progress. Family, just type progress. 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 I'm not regressing. I'm progressing. Forward ever, backward never. I'm pressing toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. I'm pressing. I'm progressing toward the mark. Each and every single day, I'm getting closer. But here's what I got to do. I got to forget those things that are behind. I got to reach forward to those things that are before. I got to press through the storm. Got to press through the rain. Got to press through the trial. I got to press through the pain, because if I press, I will progress. Family, this is a great place for you to sow. Once you sow where you grow, your seed helps to meet the need for our amazing channel of change, channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. With your help, with your consideration, with your partnership with us, we're able to take this word and spread it abroad even the more, from communities to cities, neighborhoods to nations. Yeah, helps us to solidify the type of equipment and the type of software and the things that we have to purchase each and every single month for us to make this program shine and empower you in a tremendous and a tangible way. You can help us to do that. I want you to sow is where you grow. This is where you grow. I want you to sow. This is where you soar. I want you to sow. I want to join my faith with yours. And as you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed progress. Maybe you're naming your seed progress. Maybe you're naming your seed passing the test. Maybe you're naming your seed self-assessment. Maybe you're naming your seed increase and leveling up. I don't know what you're naming your seed, but I want to join my faith to yours, that God does exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think, 30, 60, 100 fold. As you are sowing into good ground, God's going to do it for you. It's going to be a blessing. And that's what I'm going to do. Be a blessing to you continually, each and every single day of the week as we come here. You can do that. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. Cash App, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries. PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Thank you for the Cash App, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries. Thank you for the PayPal and the Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Thank you for the super chat, the super sticker as you sow into this super conversation. I'm praying and believing that the windows of heaven are going to open up. God is opening the windows of heaven. He's pouring out blessings that you won't even have room enough to receive. So you got to be a blessing, because you've been blessed to be a blessing. Conversation like this one right here is why you need to become a member of In the Mix. We've been having a courageous conversation. You've been watching The Mix, but become a member of In the Mix. Partner with me. I would that you would partner with me. Links in the chat, link in the description of this video for how to partner. As you click that link, choose one of those three options: VIP, Royalty, OQP. And my gift to you is to give you access to our members only area. I'm empowering you to unlock the unlimited as you unlock our membership area. Get exclusivity, get exclusive access to behind the scenes footage and coverage and information of what I don't share anywhere else except in our members only area. Membership has its privileges, and you'll see all of that which those privileges afford as you become a member. Of course, I want you to soar with us in our Eagles community. Yes, soar with us. I'm teaching, I'm coaching, I'm training, I'm mentoring, I'm empowering you. Something that I started a few years ago, and I have not relented on it. I love to teach. I love to train. I love to coach. I love to empower you in your business, in your relationships, in your spiritual walk, and you in your purpose, in your development, in your emotional intelligence. We do all of that. We cover all of that with so many gifted leaders that you can network with. In our private Facebook group, you get access to that. Nothing but determination, inspiration, 24/7, 365, 366 on a leap year. Getting access to every single session that we ever covered. The videos, the trainings, the worksheets, XYZ. You owe it to you to be a part of our Eagles community. Invest in yourself. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Soar with us into success, greater success and purpose. Family, did this empower you, this conversation today? I sure hope so. If it did, just type blessed, type blessed, type blessed. You're blessed in the city and in the field. Family in the mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we do that right here on our YouTube side. Share this with somebody. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Yes, help us to grow our channel as we grow your greatness. Sincere salute to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. I appreciate you. And I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Yes, step this way, step that way. Which way am I talking about? By friending me and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Put some respect on my name, family. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And I want you to show up. Yes, to the Remnant Worshipers Church, the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. Show up to church. I'm serving as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. And I'm inviting you. I'm personally inviting you. From me to you, I'm inviting you to join us. Yes, this Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. 10 o'clock a.m. There's a powerful word waiting on you. Word and worship, praise, prayer, and a powerful preach word. You owe it to you to join us to get your spirit rejuvenated, to get refreshed and refined and revived with a powerful word that God has for you. Join us. You say, well, where do I go? What's the address? I'm so glad that you asked. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit is where I'm saving you a seat. A church alive is worth the flight of the drive. I'm grateful to have people from the Bahamas, Houston, LA, Cincinnati, XYZ. It keeps going on and on and on. You owe it to you to join us. Get more information about our church, trwchurch.org. trwchurch.org. You can also get some church merch there as well. I look to see your face in the place this Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. I really do. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. Got 18 of them out there on Amazon. You can also get signed copies at theeaglesacademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother, and I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know a brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org, and then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.